Hello and welcome to another episode of the Just Go Watch podcast. This week we're back in superhero territory with Kraven the Hunter.
Absolute dog shit.
I don't need
Absolute
I don't need
fucking dog shit.
Listen, I don't need to see it. I do not need to see it to know it's dog shit.
The last line of that intro is perfect for this episode.
Perhaps so,
Not to give
perhaps
anything
so.
away. Not to give anything
No.
away.
No, never.
So before we get cracking in on this one, Hatch, let me go ahead and get everybody to do the fun podcaster YouTube mumbo jumbo. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and give us a like and give us a comment. We would greatly appreciate any feedback. We may listen to the positives, but we'll definitely ignore the negatives. Well, we will. Deej will probably attack you. But you can also on a podcast, just follow us. Give us a liking, a rating. You can also subscribe and follow all of our social media, Instagram at Just Go Watch Pod and Twitter at Just Go Watch Pod. And again, we might get in touch with you. You never know with us.
No, we do. We will. We 100% will. We will reply.
You won't know who it is.
You will
but
get,
yeah.
you will get. Yeah, you will get some. You will get some responses. Yes. Reviewing Kraven the Hunter 2024. With you as always. I say as always. With you today is obviously myself, Hatcher Plan, and the movie Psycho. Say hello.
Here we are, all the way from America.
Yeah.
We're an international show. What a flair for the international.
Yeah. Exactly. There is one notable absentee. We actually banned Deej from coming onto this episode because it was a superhero movie, and we wanted, really unopinionated opinions.
Exactly. We're
Sense.
not
I don't want
corrupted here.
his. No, exactly. I was going to say objective opinions, which again would be an oxymoron. That doesn't exist. They're all subjective. All these podcasters who say, "Now, guys, this is just my opinion." Well, of course, it's your opinion. It's not your fucking. It's
Well,
not
not
fact,
here,
is
though.
it?
On our show, it's fact. Well, right now, this
Oh, sorry.
episode,
Well,
since
obviously-
Deej isn't
obviously,
here to talk about
yeah.
Marvel movies, this is going to be a factual review.
Yes. Yeah. But no, he's making efforts. He's making efforts to join, whether he is successful or not.
He's still probably
remains to be
pleasuring
seen.
himself after what he watched on the screen.
Oh my goodness. To be fair, there was a little bit to get excited about if you're a fan of the big muscular boys.
Yeah. I mean,
was in
hey,
good shape.
we're not judging.
He was in great shape.
Yes, he
in great
was.
shape.
Well,
I will say
Aaron
that. I will
Taylor.
say that.
Ellen Taylor, yeah, he
Johnson.
didn't miss
I'm going
any
to say Anya
crunches.
Taylor-Joy, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I always think. But yeah,
Same-
he's
same
not
as
missing his crunches. He's definitely putting
Oh,
in the
hell no.
work.
I know. So, Kraven the Hunter, directed by J.C. Chanda.
Yes.
With a runtime of 127 minutes. Did you take over 2 hours? Did you take a glance at the budget? Any guesses?
I did not look at the budget. I will guess. Well, I mean, it's a superhero movie, a lot of big stars. Sony likes to throw their money around. What's the average superhero movie? It's probably 150 million.
It sounds actually a lot less. I was surprised when I saw it. 110 to 130 estimates.
Oh, that is surprising.
So yeah, quite little on the box office. Sorry, on the budget. Just in
returns
time.
to you. He returns.
No.
He is the one.
Let him in.
Deej.
Let him in.
Just in time to give us some box office projected. We're recording this a little bit earlier than we might normally do, so it's just projected.
I'll
What do
tell
we
you
think,
everything you need
Kraven
to know,
Hunter?
boys. I'll tell you everything.
Right,
boys.
it's a
This
comic book film. I'd expect nothing less.
This film cost 200 million. That's what I like to say.
No, we've already done the
200.
budget, and you're
Oh, you
wrong.
done it.
And you're
Oh,
wrong.
what was it? No, I know.
You are wrong.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that. I would have said 160. What would it?
Nah,
what
you're
would it
wrong.
Would have been wrong.
I would have said 120.
That's
What would
actually
it have
bang in
been?
the middle. That's bang in the middle of it's 110 to 130. So yeah, what do you
Well
reckon?
played.
it's
Well
projected
played.
to do?
This film's probably made about $16, maybe. I would say.
So Everyone listening is obviously dying to know, one, why you're late, and two, why you sound like you're recording underwater.
Do I? Do I? Is my audio shit?
What kind of depth are you at the moment?
Are you trying to see the Titanic? Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, don't implode.
What is my audio garbage?
Nah, it's not. It's not your crisp. It's not your Christmas. No, tell them. Tell them why. Tell them why. Share your heartache.
Well, first I've moved home, guys. I've moved home. I'm in a new humble abode. But secondly, listen, Sky Broadband, the jury's out, my friends, because right now it's just not doing it. It's not doing it. So I'm about to get on my hotspot. And the internet ain't great. But
yeah, you're telling me.
No, what is it? Is it garbage? Tell me now.
No,
MP, am I wrong, or is it? It feels like Julesy came back and inhabited some sort of like like a toaster, and he's trying to talk through that toaster.
No,
I could not think of a better way to describe the situation.
Right? That's it, isn't it? That's it.
That's broken my heart because I pride myself on having quality audio, so I'll be logging off them boys and I'll leave you to it.
Well, we know what your score's going to be, so I mean, come on.
Yeah. I'll just put an 8 in there now for you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, well, I might have been. You might have been surprised by what I had to say, but I can't do this podcast if the whole time my audio is poor, boys. I won't do it. I can't do it to you in the audience. I don't know if you're winding me up or not. Is it terrible?
Like, just take the cheese grater away from your lips as you speak, please.
This is torturous because I actually don't know if you're joking or not, or if you're serious. And so, are you serious? Is it terrible? Tell me.
Ain't good. Yeah, ain't good. MP, back me up here.
Yeah, it's not your usual high quality audio there. You could definitely tell.
This is broken. What? It's the toner.
Do you know what? As well, a good podcast would cut this out.
The background noise is gone. The reduced background noise, the echo cancellation.
Listen, StreamYard can only do so much. Big up StreamYard for hosting this shit show.
That's just broken up, boys.
Well, we could always we could follow the Kraven game plan here and just ADR all of Deja's lines.
Maybe.
Hey, that seems to work for Hollywood.
Talk amongst yourselves. A second. I'm gonna try one thing.
Right.
I'm gonna try one thing.
Okay. All right. Well, listen.
Right. Did we ever get the grosses or the?
We didn't.
Okay.
We didn't get there. No. There's been even more just talking about shit without the podcast starting than usual. So. But if this is the first time listening, this isn't. I mean, normally there is a lot of shit to talk. I can't lie, but if you're a long time listener, then this is par for the course.
Exactly.
And you know that skip 30 seconds button. You can tap that several times until you hear someone doing some sort of dead average plot summary, because then it's going to be the actual review.
Until you hear the American accent, then you just need to stop and listen.
Yeah. The box office projections. Yeah. Obviously, we don't have the full weekend yet.
I can't even imagine this thing's gonna make. I don't even know, 10 million.
13 to 15, but that is.
Is
he back?
All right. Is that any better at all?
It might be. Genuinely might.
Tell me. You tell me.
I think so. I think so.
That's a lot better. Yeah. I don't know what you've done.
I've closed some doors, so there should be less echo.
The marble junk out of your mouth.
Never.
All right. Well, listen. Let's move swiftly on, because I am conscious that we've been chatting for 10 minutes, and most of that was talking to Deej whilst he was actually recording from the same place that Kraven had his home, where there was no Wi-Fi and signal, etc. So, the plot of this movie. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go.
All right.
Yeah, please do. Redeem yourself.
Listen. Terrible plot. Can only mean terrible. Great film. All right. So we've got Sergei Kravenov, and his brother Dmitri, raised by their villainous father Nikolai, played by Russell Crowe, with his supposedly Russian accent. Nah, it wasn't bad. Anyway, he's Nikolai's this big-time drug dealer, and he wants Sergei to follow in his footsteps, and Dmitri's just the little runt of the litter. During a hunting trip where Nikolai is trying to teach the boys about being a leader and being a hunter, Sergei is mortally wounded by some big-ass lion, but is saved mysteriously by Calypso, who has some sort of witchy-type blood. Her grandmother is involved in all of it, and she's somehow got a magic potion on her, which she then uses on Sergei to give him, boom, the powers of the hunter. Flash forward 26 years, and he goes now by Kraven, working to take out bad guys as a vigilante who somehow end up on his list. But then there's a big old thing with another drug dealer who kidnaps Dmitri the day after his birthday, no less. And Kraven has to go to work taking out this bad guy before, boom, we actually realize that Nikolai, his own father, was the one who set up this whole thing, leading to Kraven being found out by the drug dealers and Dmitri being taken, all because Nikolai wanted Kraven to do his bad guy work for him and take out this other drug dealer. But not to be deterred, Kraven allows Nikolai, his father, to be eaten by a bear.
Fucking hell, boy. Jesus.
What's wrong with that?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Hatch,
God.
not your best work, man. Not your best work.
What?
Nah,
I'll give it to you. You brought more energy. You brought more energy. But I mean, that just went on and on and on and on.
I mean, the movie was long enough. Now I got to add another 40 minutes to that.
That was like 90 seconds. That's like a normal one.
No way.
Doesn't. At least that one made sense.
No way.
That one made sense.
The only way that was like 90 seconds was it was if you did some kind of like time dilation where you got in some kind of contraption that went at the speed of light, and 90 seconds.
Yeah, maybe I did.
Like fucking 90 years to us.
Maybe I made.
Fucking only Neil deGrasse Tyson can explain how that was 90 seconds, because that was
exactly.
God in heaven.
You're talking shit. So continue in that vein and give us your assessment of this movie.
No. I'll be going last, Wes. I'll be going last because I want to hear. I want to hear the outrageous, unfounded hate before I come to the defense. Innit? I want to hear it first.
All right. MP, take it away then.
All right, I will unleash that hate upon Kraven the Hunter. Oh my god! What are y'all doing to me? This is all on you Marvel fans, what I have to sit through for this shit. I'm going into this movie, I will say, and I don't like to watch reviews or anything, but you know, you flip around on social media and everybody's been like, it's the worst movie of the year, almost as bad as Madam Web. It's not that bad. They're at the beginning, I was actually like, what's everybody talking about? This is kind of good. When he goes into the prison and he's tracking down that other guy and he kills him with the tooth things there. The hand is really low Russian. I must break you. But I was like, okay, this is good. And then the movie just, oh my God, you get the whole origin movie inside of an origin movie with him as a kid. And the dad takes him out hunting to, I don't know, get over his mom killing himself. It makes no sense. But then you have, the Calypso. She just shows up at the right time out there in the wilds of Africa. Just happens to find him at the right moment with this potion. And now he's got superhero powers. I don't understand when he's out killing people how he can afford that. He's got some lady who flies him around. It's just there whenever he needs it. God, the acting in this movie is so bad. I felt terrible for everybody in this movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Oh my God! If this is your audition for James Bond, we are in trouble, because I don't know if you were just not wanting to be in this movie or what. But you and what was her name, Ariana DuBois or something, that played Calypso.
I didn't bother looking.
Yeah, Ariana DuBois. I'll say it fancy for you, not Americanize it. But they had like no. I don't know if she felt like she was from Madam Web, because like every line delivery, it was like she had no clue what she was saying, like, or what she was doing in the movie. It was just all just the same. They had scenes that I laughed out loud in the movie there where they're talking like, and he's like, it's my fault. My brother got taken away. No, it's not. We can go find. I'm like, what is this? Is this the first take of the movie? Oh my God. It's too long. It's a simple plot. It could have had just, the brother gets kidnapped and we go save the brother. The rhino, that was laughable. and especially when the bad guy's walking around with a little backpack. I understand why he has it on, but it was just like, could we have not made a better choice with that? Because he's got his little Dora Explorer backpack on. I will say some of the action was pretty fun. And Aaron Taylor Johnson, whatever he prepped for acting, maybe he sacrificed that to be in the gym, because dude was really he didn't skip on his ab workout. That's for damn sure. But overall, yeah, this isn't Madam Web bad, but it is bad. Luckily it come out in 2024 because there have been some god awful movies. I'm gonna be mildly kind to this thing and give it a 4.5.
Whoa, that is high. Man, what is there? What's there more to say? What is there more to say? It's not as bad as Madam Web. I will say that. For several reasons. I'd say firstly, Kraven is just a bit more of an actual superhero you can get behind. I think in Madam Web, no one's even really superheroing at all, are they? The action scenes, some of them were pretty good. I particularly like the one later on, basically before the penultimate fight, where you actually see some, albeit CGI blood. You do see some blood. You see some pretty horrendous kills as well, actually. Kraven ain't messing about. So yeah, they're pretty much the good bits. But even then, there was flaws with that, which we can get into. Yeah, the whole dynamic of the film was shit. Like it was 50 minutes in. I'm like, what's the point of the film here? Where's the plot? Like for 50 minutes, it was just like, hey, do you want to see this guy beat up some people and then find out why he can do that? 50 minutes was your backstory essentially before you actually got a plot. We had all these different characters being introduced. I was like, so here's the villain. Oh no, he's not actually. He's just a henchman. So here's and then it's just all like really shit. The beginning bit with the dad and stuff is just so cliche and boring. How he gets his powers is, I don't exaggerate when I say this. I think this is the worst way that a superhero gets their powers ever. In terms of the things that have to happen, the fact that this lion who's killed people decides that this one kid he's not going to kill straight away, and he has some sort of thing. The acting and this is one of the worst scripts I've ever seen. And the acting, yeah, like you said, MP, is just awful. In particular, when they're out wherever they are hunting, the scene with Calypso and her grandmother, that was really quite torturous. And then, yeah, there's just some terrible bits. My favorite line was, she died not long after that, and then I didn't really see her much. And no shit. How it works. Are you fucking serious? So, like, I was like, someone actually wrote that. They then proofread it, went in, delivered it on the set, and then someone was like, "Yep, knock it up. It's good." I know this film had loads of rewrites and things that were redone for it. And you can really see that. I mean, the whole beginning bit just doesn't make any sense. Like, oh yeah. You're late for the plane. Who are you, random woman, flying me?
Exactly.
Oh, I thought he was part of some sort of shady organization. No, never see her again. Never get any. And that's just like the summation of this film. It's just like, wouldn't it be cool if? And then there's just no explanation to half of it. How has he got this high tech thing out there that no one knows? Like, oh, no one knows my name. Hi, I'm Kraven. Good to meet you. Like, it's just dog shit, isn't it? It's dog shit. I am gonna go. I actually don't know what I gave Madam Web. I'm gonna start on a 4. I'm gonna start on a 4. I'll probably come down. Actually, I reckon.
All right, Deej. Sell us on this movie.
Guys, listen. You just don't understand. You don't get what you're looking at, boys. You don't get what you're looking at. Listen, this is like when someone paints like a masterpiece, right? And non-art fans look at it and they don't understand it, and they look at all the wrong things and they just don't get it. And you're like standing again. You're in the presence of you know, I don't want to say greatness, but something that is a really excellent thing here, and you're just not getting it. You've missed the point entirely, boys. It's not what I can say to you on this one, boys. It's not It's not what I can say to you.
I was waiting.
Because
I was waiting for that. I mean, the amount of ridicule you were going to get. I was queuing up both.
Because this is pretty dire stuff. It really is pretty dire stuff. Let me be clear. This is not the people say I'm a Disney show, I'm a Marvel show. That's not the case, is it? Because I hate Star Wars. I hate what they've done with Star Wars. I'm an MCU show because I think the MCU is great. This is not the MCU. This is Sony doing what Sony does. And the only time Sony can do anything right, really, is when Marvel or the MCU is involved. This is garbage. This is garbage. It's just a non-character they've made a film like Kraven's shit in the comics. Got no interest in Kraven in the comics. And if I've not, and yet this is not the MCU where you take Iron Man or someone, a bit of a B character and turn him into a superstar. This is you taking like an E character, an F character, fucking Kraven and the Rhino. Jesus Christ, fuck my life, man. What the fuck is that? Do you know what I mean? That's like, I don't even fucking know how to begin to compare that. That's like saying, hey man, why don't we make a side Rocky story focusing around Adrian and Paulie? No, the fuck are you doing? And no one wants to see that. Do you know what I mean? Fuck my life. Why don't we make a Rocky film about Apollo Creed's wife and follow her around Beverly Hills shopping and whatnot? Jesus, no one wants to see that. This is just, you're right, Hatch. It's just that some fucking lion bites him and some bird gives him fucking a potion. Jesus Christ. It's like a fucking terrible mixture of Spiderman and Black Panther with none of the charm, none of the talent, none of the entertainment. It's just this is who thought to fucking put what was the budget on this? 140 odd or something.
110 to 130.
Listen, I don't know how they thought this was going to make its money back, right? But this ain't going nowhere. This ain't getting nowhere near it, boys and girls. This is really bottom of the barrel stuff. Aaron Taylor Thomas or Johnson, whatever his fucking name is. I do like him, and he's better than this. He's not been given anything to do. He's not been given anything to chew on. The only good thing about it, Russell Crowe. I enjoyed Russell Crowe. Yeah. I did enjoy Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe was good. If the film would have just been Russell Crowe being an horrible bastard, right, I would watch that film. If they could take that character and just make a whole new film, right, and just get rid of every other aspect, I'll be like, yeah, this is decent. But otherwise, this is just more Madam Web. This is more just Sony not knowing what the fuck they're doing, trying to milk the last bit of cum out of the Spider-Man dick and just fucking shooting blanks. Just absolutely shooting blanks, man. This is really, really poor stuff. This is dreadful. Just thinking about it. Some executive has thought let's make a film about Kraven. Who's been conned into this? Who's made that decision, boys? Oh, some fool is going to lose his job, and rightfully so. His wife should leave him. His children should have no respect for him. Everything in his life should be stripped away from whoever decided, whoever greenlit this. Yeah, get him in the bin immediately. This is fucking dire, boys and girls. This is really poor. I'll give this so if I strip it all back and I'm just saying, right, it's a kind of the action film of it all, I could maybe convince myself to go to a 5. But when I actually think about just how shit this Sony garbage is when it comes to what they're doing to the Marvel, I think it's hard to go above a 4. Whatever I gave Madam Web, this should get maybe half a point more than that. But it is shit. It is shit. And it shouldn't be as shit, because at least Kraven, as shitty as he is, there's some stuff there, and you could have done a Punisher-esque thing with him. You could have made it good, and it just isn't good. So no, I'm not having it, boys. A 4.
So we gave
4.5.
We gave Madam Web 2 across the board.
That film was garbage.
It was.
That film was so shit. Oh god. Dakota, what's her name, is just sitting there going,
yeah.
I'd rather get railed by Jamie Dornan or whatever his name is, fucking in real life on camera than fucking be in that film again.
She couldn't fire her agent fast enough when that movie came out.
That film was trash. Sony, man, what are they doing? What are these guys
are they doing? What's the point of all of that?
Oh my god!
I understand they're trying to keep the rights, but at least try to make something halfway decent.
Do you know what I mean? At least Venom was And like, fair enough, right? I can't remember what we gave Venom in the end and whatever, and then probably you two fucking hated it, right? But like, at least there is something you can like about that film, right? Tom Hardy's good in that film. The
he's
Venom and
trying.
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy
he's
banter
trying.
is good in that film. Like, there's something. This is just,
I actually gave
nothing.
it. I actually gave it a 3.
What, Venom?
Venom: The Last Dance. Yeah, I didn't like it.
No,
I
that is.
I'll
What,
probably
so
walk
thi-
them down. I'll
Sorry,
probably walk
rewind. So
them down.
this is better than Venom. This is why I can't take your
I
rating
said I was-
seriously.
I said I was.
This is
I
why
said I
your
was gonna
ratings are a
come down.
disgrace. Yeah, but you're gonna have to
I said I was
come
gonna
down
come
from
down.
your original
Hey,
rating by like.
sorry.
a lot.
You gave Venom above average. I refuse to believe it's above average. If that's what I've got to accept as an average film, like I'm sorry, I've just
It is
given up
no
on cinema.
Venom: The Last Dance is definitely above average, 100%.
Oh man,
Oh,
But at least
I
I'm
don't know.
consistent.
I don't know.
You're saying this is a 4, and you're
Yeah.
now gonna have to drop it down by like fucking how many points? Like 2 points or whatever, or
no, not
whatever.
2. Why did it have to go 2?
What was Venom? What did you give Venom?
3.
A 3. So you're gonna have to go down a point and a
Somebody
half
get the Just go watch calculator.
Why a point and a half?
Siege needs it bad.
because you're gonna have to go below fucking Venom for this. You're gonna have to.
What do I once? No,
Oh,
I can
listen to
give.
yourself.
So I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you dictating what I can and can't give. As
I'm
there's
gonna dictate
no
it.
ratings. All right, Interceptor. All right, I've never forgiven you for your bullying.
It's not a 1.
during that.
It's not a 1.
podcast.
In a
That
sense,
is a
it's not
1.
worse than Madam Web.
That
In
is
a sense, it's not
a
worse
1.
than Madam Web. No way.
I think it is.
Madam Web.
I think
Madam
it
Web's the worst
But
film we've
don't
ever
ever-
reviewed.
Don't ever, whatever you do,
Don't
ever
call me babe.
call her baby. Anyway, this is so. I've heard right that this is actually the last
Ah,
superhero film
thank
that
Christ.
Sony are going to be able to make, and
Oh
they're
my God.
basically stopping it.
It's a Christmas
Yeah.
miracle.
Of course.
Which is then right. It just the most painful thing with this is they're introducing these characters, and they're like, I've got a few secrets of my own. Oh, I'd love to hear them, and we're never going to. Like Calypso, what's your origin? What's your powers? Hypnotist Man, the foreigner.
Yeah, what
your
was up with
powers?
him?
Like,
Is he in the comics?
I've been
He's gotta be in
seeing
the comics, right?
seeing a doctor. I've been seeing a doctor. Cue evil laugh. Who have you been seeing? I don't read fucking comics. Tell me. And then it's like, oh, I'm the chameleon. Well, yeah, okay, fine,
Okay,
mate. But you're still 5'3".
Right,
So
exactly.
who the fuck can you imitate? like, oh, I'm Kraven. No, you're not, mate. He's fucking 6'5" and muscle bound Hulk. Like you're 5'3"
You're this
and
tiny little
you
guy
look like
with,
you could.
yeah. You're the
You could
comic
squeeze through the
accurate
cracks in
Wolverine.
pavement. Yeah. I hate that they're doing that. Why? If it was a good film, right, and you had interesting characters, then naturally sequels would come about.
Yeah, you would be interested. You would want to find
You'd
out
get
more.
clamoring for it. But this, it's like, oh yeah, and what we'll do is we won't explain that because we could leave that for a potential sequel. Like,
But you're not
first of all,
making a sequel.
you're reducing the quality of the film you're actually making and banking on the fact that you get a sequel, and then you look like morons. And you say like someone's getting fired for this. No, they keep failing upwards. Look at Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh my
Do you know
God.
what I mean? Like
Oh my
the amount
God.
of money
yes.
she's made since
Oh, and
Star
thrown
Wars,
away just money
and the
on
amount of
Star Wars
decisions she can
shows.
make. It's just
Nah,
unbelievable.
someone's got to go for this, surely.
No, I don't
Surely,
think they
Wes.
will.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
When this,
That's
They
when
didn't
this
get, they
makes,
didn't get
work.
fired from Adam Webb. They ain't getting fired for this.
nah, someone got fired from Adam Webb, West. I refuse to believe. It's all about the bottom line. It's all the dollars, isn't it? Like if the dollars don't come in, someone's got to go, boys. Someone
Well, yeah,
decided to
anybody
make
in
this film.
charge of the Spider-Man universe in Sony, all of them need to go. Just give us the money. We'll make better Spider-Man villain movies than y'all could possibly imagine.
Wow,
It's
this
awful.
is just
Do you know what the
dire,
whole
boys.
the whole plot, right? Basically, obviously, 50 minutes in, because that's how long it takes to get there. And by the way, I actually didn't think the opening scene in the prison was that bad. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I was digging it.
And the thing is we got introduced to some concepts. You could almost take that beginning scene, right, and put it in a different movie, because what follows isn't part of that, because you've got him like applying fake tattoos to take the guy's place. He's then like getting airlifted out, and it's all this like quick stuff. And then after that, like there's no kind of planning. There's no taking on someone's identity. There's no where's your exfil at the future stuff. And then the whole thing comes down to I didn't want to sleep inside because apparently the penthouse suite doesn't have good noise reduction. So I went to a busy London park. Let me tell you, one place you ain't getting any peace and quiet is a park in the middle of London. All right. The only thing
I
are
don't know,
getting,
Hatch. I don't know. This
you
was
are
a
getting
very empty London when they had that
some
car chase
homeless
through the
man.
middle of London.
Some homeless man would have taken your shoes for sure. So, or woman, she's got big feet. Yeah, like so, all because he goes and sleeps outside. His brother gets kidnapped. Cue the start of the film. Only takes 50 minutes to get there,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's basically what happens. And then we've got our little rescue mission. Like, unbelievable! Like that, it takes that long. That is embarrassing, embarrassing. And even at 50 minutes, I still know nothing about his powers. Really, can he control animals? Can he just? Do they just respect him? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, they don't explain hardly
Can
anything.
anyone? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Not in based on the film, not from the comics.
For the film, I
What
have
are
no
his
idea what
powers with
anybody's
regards to
powers are.
animals?
No, boy, the director doesn't even know.
No.
Honestly,
And the writers, they
it
don't
is-
know. They just slap something together. I like that we went through the whole the introduction to his powers and when they were young, and then when he meets up with what was her name, Calypso again, they sit down and they have a conversation all about what happened in that 45-minute section of the
Yes.
movie. In
Just
a very
fucking-
monotone way.
oh.
I was attacked by the lion and you saved me.
Like, they have degraded that woman, that actress, whoever she is.
Oh,
like,
God.
they,
I felt so bad
Just-
for her.
yeah.
What else has she been in?
She's won an Oscar. She was in
Why did
what
she
was it?
agree
West
to do
Side
it?
Story remake. The
Like,
money. It has
the
to be
bag-
the money.
The bag must have been big, man. The bag
Yeah.
must have been big.
But
Oh, I
gosh,
don't
she
know,
was
man.
totally miscast.
Oh, do you know what? When I was thinking about this film earlier, right? Like recently, like when we do certain films, Gladiator, what did we do last week? What did we do last? Bad Santa, you know, like films we've been doing. I've been like very excited to come on the pod and stuff, you know, to do the pod, yeah, and stuff. And normally when there's a film I hate, right, I'm like excited to come on because I want to spew some hate. This, I was like, I almost don't want to pod. I don't want to put a review out on this. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't care about this film at all. Just
I
did
can
not
tell
care
your
about
audio
it.
doesn't want you to talk about it either.
No, you can't mean that. You can't mean that.
Every fiber of my being. I don't know, man. This was.
broke my heart again,
this
Nah,
is
stop.
like
Stop talking. It's my audio bad. Stop winding me up. You're
Oh,
really
God.
fucking getting in my. You're getting in my head here, Hatchie. I don't like it at all.
He's in there,
I
man.
like
Free.
I'm basically the foreigner.
MP, you're the only man I trust. Is my audio okay?
Yes, your audio is. It's okay. It's
Oh, I
not your
hate you,
usual crispness, but it's much better than when we first started.
I'm sorry for expecting
going-
standards, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we were a serious outfit.
I thought we were too. I think
Really?
it's the echo in this room.
32 minutes into this episode, you thought we were a serious episode or a serious outfit.
Oh,
I think
man.
I'm gonna have to accept that this.
I think
room
we've
is
actually
not,
talked about the movie for about 3 of those minutes.
Do you know what?
this
Do you know
room
what? As well, right?
It's not the one. Not the one. Too much echo.
Why?
That's what I'm getting.
Why did he need Calypso? But apart from the fact she saves his life, which he didn't know was going to happen, why did he need her? Because I can track anyone. I can. Do you know what I mean? I thought like he's queuing in on the cigarette, like he's going to take it for some sort of bio, and it's like, oh yeah, he smokes Turkish cigarettes. Oh, Turkish cigarette
Oh, yeah, I
smoking
know.
babe.
Yeah,
You should have said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as though
Well,
it's some
like
sort
you
of
said, I
relevant
think-
detail.
I think you said it, Hatch, about when at the beginning when he goes to the plane, you kind of get the feeling like he's working for somebody or some kind of organization, but there's nothing. I'm like, well, how does he afford all of this shit? He's just rich because his dad's rich, but his dad hates him, so he wouldn't give him money. I don't know. It's never explained.
It's just honest. This is how a kid would write a superhero movie. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but
if you
this is
said
the-
to the kids,
it's
like,
Sony
he's
people.
right Batman. Do you know what I mean? Like, and this is
Yeah,
embarrassing.
I just feel like they don't like. There's no like with the MCU where you're kind of like, I don't know, like there's a bit more thought gone into it, a bit more like long term, a bit more what would make this good? It's just like, look, we're taking a comic book character and then writing a story without really, I don't know. Again, there's comics. I mean, Kraven. Would I make a story about Kraven? No, right? But if I was going to, there are comics you could draw on. There's stories you could draw on and things. You know,
I mean, you could argue in some ways he's not too dissimilar to like a land-based Aquaman, right?
Yeah, that's actually what I thought when I got out of the movie.
From the portrayal that we're given here, like I don't know what it's like in the comics, but could you not make that kind of thing? And I think you could definitely make something for that, especially out in the wilds. You know,
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, like, to me, if I was making this film, right? Firstly, I would have done a better job with the whole how he's got his powers thing, and actually fucking thought about it in a way that's going to make it seem fucking slightly reasonable, right? And there's many ways you could do that. It doesn't involve some fucking random bird turn of a fucking magical potion because she had some dream sometime or whatever the fuck, and some lion that just fucking for some reason has this like emotional intelligence or whatever, like fucking stupid. But then I would have just had Kraven. The whole film would have just been like that beginning bit where he goes to the prison. You know what I mean? Just fucking like have him be a fucking badass who fucking tracks people down and something, and then yeah, fair enough, and then ends up fighting the rhino or something, whatever, man. Just get rid of all these fucking stupid plots and his brother and boring, blah 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 blah. Just have him be a fucking basically make a copy like the Punisher series, that kind of thing. Like maybe make his brother die instead or something at the beginning, and then he's got a revenge motive and he's going after people.
Yeah, but then we can set up the next film with Chameleon.
Oh, they're not even making it. Oh, they're not even making it. Thank God. I mean, but
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like they basically should have just copied. They should have just ripped off like a revenge thriller, like Taken or something like that. But had him, John Wick, but have him have kind of powers and whatever. Like it's just they just I don't know. These people that make these films, I just feel like they don't really. They're just not good. Like certain artistic things, you know, like a Scorsese film or something, right? I can watch it, and even if I think, fuck me, like you are so self-indulgent now, I can watch it and see this is a man who knows his craft. These people that make these films and green light these studios, I don't think they know what they're doing. Kathleen Kennedy and these people, they're high functioning fucking mongrels, right? They've got no idea what they're doing. Their brains are small, little, tiny acorns, right? They cannot process the idea that their specific view on what will make a good film is not anymore. It's like they're just so antiquated in their thinking about what films are these days. And the audiences are smarter. Audiences want more. And these they just can't do it. These studio heads, man. So I don't know. Fucking hell. Can we just stop talking about this film? Can we talk about the Snyderverse or something? Can we
behave, mate. I thought you said we want to talk about some good films.
Jesus.
Fuck me. From out of the frying pan there.
I miss those days.
Oh, man.
You never thought you would say you miss Zack Snyder.
I gave some of those films like a 5 or 5.5, and yeah, I'd take that at this rate.
There you go. The
bar has been set.
But that's what I mean. This is the way these guys operate. It's almost like A24 with horror films, where they're like, just take like an interesting concept, put 15-20 million into it, and then we'll make a really good trailer. And it's kind of spooky. We'll get the horror fans in. We should get a few other people in because we'll make it just accessible enough where teens can go with their girlfriends to like fucking finger blast each other on the back row or whatever. and then like, I will make a profit and we'll roll it on to the next one.
Yeah, but the only difference is A24 fucking their budgets are like fucking 16 quid or whatever. Do you know what I mean? If I could spend about fucking $100,
whereas he's gonna make a profit. This is not. This is gonna lose so much money.
Yeah. This is gonna, and that's right. It should.
It should definitely.
I hope it loses loads of money.
I can't rationalize. You keep bringing up Kathleen Kennedy, but how? It's like, how can you throw that much money at something and it fail? And like I said, Hash, they just fail upward. You're like, how? I couldn't do that at my job. If I did that at my job, I'd be out.
I mean, listen, they have got the Spider-Man. They have Spiderman. Look, make a Spider-Man film that's got all these villains in, and Spider-Man fighting these villains, and you're printing your own money. Stop trying to make these fucking side films with these characters that nobody gives a fuck about. Like,
you weren't on the edge of your seat waiting for the Rhino to show up.
Rhino, you know, like one of the worst like villains. Like no one gives a fuck about Rhino. Like no, you know what I mean? Just fuck me, man. Like Sometimes I think it's a wonder that Spider-Man's actually as big as he is because his villains are all fucking shit, man. Fucking Rhino, the Lizard, Shocker, like fucking Kraven the Hunter, like Kraven, just fucking a guy who walks around fucking hunting things, like just fucking dog shit, man.
What did you guys think of when he was at the monastery or whatever, and he was kind of like predatory moving, and like the guys couldn't see him because he was like moving?
Like,
do you remember that bit
when he like
Even
first
my-
got there and
even
he's
my
like
dog
right
didn't like
behind the
that.
dude?
yeah. So basically, he's like creeping in, and he's almost like
Right
preempting
behind,
where they're gonna go. So he like follows them perfectly, and then like moves and then crouches as they
that
turn
was
and
good.
stuff.
That was pretty good.
I actually didn't mind it. I thought you could have made that look really cringy and cheesy. And I don't know whether it's. I mean, I'll give it to him. Aaron Taylor Johnson. He obviously has done like a bit of work for this film. I genuinely think he would care about it. I reckon he was like, I'm gonna fucking nail this part. I want the superhero shit.
Oh.
And then it's almost like he got the script after it, and he was like, "Are you fucking joking me? Look at me! I've done all this work. Like, he's probably been out on the plains of Africa, like copying the way they move and stuff, like trying to copy lions. And they give him this script, and he's like, "Well, fuck you then. Like, fine, I'm going to do my physical bits, but then your line delivery, I'm going to make it as dead as this fucking script is."
God! Well,
when
yeah,
he's doing like the
he
movements,
succeeds in that regard.
bad. And
Yeah,
he
but
was
you know what?
shredded.
Do you know what the thing is as well, though? I sometimes think these actors, don't forget, they're making the film, right? And they might like see the script or whatever, and on paper it might look all right, and they might not really kind of get the full flavor of the kind of the story exactly as it's going to come on screen. And they might think, he might look at it and say, all right, this is badass hunter. It's got, all this motivation. Russell Crowe's in it, his dad, blah, 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 blah. And think, yeah, it's going to be good. And then you see the way it's edited because the studio get involved and you're like, oh my God, this is trash. This is shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I sometimes wonder maybe actors don't know when they're in it that it's going to be so. There's no way Dakota, what's her face, could have known when she's making Madam Web that was the steaming turd she was like, that was going to be released because she'd have no self respect. She may as well just fucking show a bumhole on a cinema screen for because that's the same level of respect you're going to have after you put out a steaming pile of shit like Madam Web. So there's no way they can know it at the time. That's happening.
You know what, as well, right? I was looking
at so many reshoots as well.
They did loads of reshoots. I was looking at the director. His previous,
he's done good stuff.
See, what do you think he's done?
What was that one? The most violent year or something with Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
That was a good little crime drama. He did that.
He's done that Triple Frontier.
Yeah.
So we're literally
on Netflix.
He's done
decent.
In the last
little action movie.
In the last 10 years, the most violent year was 2014. He then did Triple Frontier in 2019, and now he's done this in 2024.
Yeah.
I mean, and then previously before that, All Is Lost and Margin Call. So, do you know what I mean? I know this is a fairly C-list type superhero movie, but I don't know, in my head, I still see the superhero movies are, whilst they're not, you're not going to be invited to the award ceremonies because you've made a superhero movie. You still want a seasoned hand, like taking ownership of it, because they are big, monstrous movies that, you've got big actors in them. You've got big set pieces. You've got, nice big concepts that are popular at the moment. I don't know. I mean, when you had the people doing it for the big Marvel films, it was decent directors who knew what they were doing. I mean, they also had a continuity that they had to follow, and they had a story. But
well, that was for the beginning part of the MCU. After Endgame, couldn't you say the same thing? Then they're just throwing movies out there.
I feel like that was Endgame for Marvel.
Everything after that. You want to do a Marvel movie? Yeah, sure. What the hell?
Yeah, you could have fucking predicted that fucking Jonathan Majors was going to go about splatting his bird, though, could you?
That's true.
That's true. Oh yeah. Because
they had a kind of plan.
Oh my God.
No. Apart from that, it was doing swimmingly well.
No. That's not the point. The point is there's a build, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, fair enough. I mean, I agree. I feel like this phase of the Marvel universe lost its way, but there was a build towards something, and it got kind of fucked halfway, and then they kind of don't really feel like they know what they were doing, so then kind of they're just treading water. But this, I mean, listen, the worst MCU films look like fucking, I don't know, fucking Gladiator compared to this. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not a single MCU film you can put even close to this level of garbage. Not one.
The Marvels.
Not one.
The Marvels.
No way.
Thor:
No
Love
way.
and Thunder.
No, Thor: Love and Thunder is 8 times better than this. Thor: Love and Thunder is
no way.
Thor: Love and Thunder
man.
is a 10 compared to
I
this.
might entertain an argument that it's better than this, but not 8 times better than this.
Yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder is leagues above this. Like, it's not even like there's nothing in the MCU that's close to this bad. Like this is terrible shit, man. And no way, no fucking way.
Nobody even remembers the Eternals. MCU doesn't even remember the Eternals.
Yeah, like we didn't love the Eternals, right? But it still had some good bits in it, and it was still a well thought out film.
What was a good bit in the Eternals?
No, the seeing the Celestials and stuff was cool, and like there was that Indian guy who was hilarious. We liked him, and there was like,
fair enough,
and it was still a well thought out film. Like the plot was thought out. There was no, it wasn't like you watching it going, "This is stupid. This doesn't make sense." Blah blah blah. Like this is just a nothing film that also doesn't make sense and is just unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like this idea that like, oh, superheroes are dead because of films like this. Like fucking films like this are just like, I don't know. It's like saying, oh yeah, someone made a sports film about fucking, I don't know, like the 1960s curling championships, and then going, oh man, sports films are dead now. You just like, no, that was just a fucking shit film that no one cared about. Like,
yeah, but if every sports film started being like that, after a while, you would just like, no, I don't want to watch any more sports films.
Listen, I've told you all before. No, we had Deadpool and Wolverine this year. Top notch. And
it wasn't top notch. It was good. It wasn't top notch.
Much better than this. I'll give it.
It was much better. It was much better than what
for me.
Getting, but
for a comic book fan, top notch. But yeah, even still, a decent enough film, right, for you guys, right? So and when Secret Wars and all that comes along, the new Avengers films, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be we're gonna be back in the 8s and 9s out of 10s. I promise you.
We ain't. There's no
yes, we are. Yes,
I agree.
We are.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Listen. When I'm just wiping, my semen covered Johnson all over your forehead, Hatch, right? You will know that what your Mardi just said is correct, because it is going to be.
If you think, what do you reckon to this New World Order or New World, whatever they're calling it now, because they've changed the name 3 times.
The Captain America one. Going to be good.
America one.
Going to be good. Yeah, going to be good.
You think that's
going to be good?
Yeah.
Going to be good.
All right.
Going to be good.
All right.
I can guarantee you that rating ain't going nowhere below a 7. I guarantee you now.
My goodness. You're not worried about the umpteen number of reshoots.
Listen, don't worry. Listen.
That
That one's going to be all right. That one is going to take care of itself. The only thing you need to worry about is not being biased and just actually giving a genuine review.
I'm never biased. I'm never biased.
I actually want to see a good superhero movie, but it's not going to happen.
Listen, Secret Wars is going to be a game changer. You smelly bin men. I promise you.
I'll believe it when I see it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I can't have that.
What about? I'll tell you one thing. I won't say another word about Kraven because I don't want to talk about it.
You can tell. You can tell.
Unless you want me to talk about something else. That's just
here's some hilarity then. What do you reckon to the Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh my god, it must be low. I'm gonna say what was Madam Web? It's gonna be that kind of thing. Like I'm gonna say
you, Madam Web.
Yeah, what was Madam Web?
Stand by. Stand by. I can tell you as soon as
we are all
the internet plays ball. So Madam Web is currently on 11% for critics, 55 for audience.
How much for
what for audience?
55.
What for?
No,
55.
Way.
They've gone too high. There. 11 and 55. Right now, this I'm gonna say 22% for critics and 65 for audience.
Ooh, I'll go lower for critics. I'll go 15 for critics and Ooh, audience. Audience is tough because Marvel fans are dumb. I'm gonna go. They can't be this dumb. Let's go. What was 55? We'll go 55 with this one.
All right. It's 15 for critics. Dead on there, MP.
15.
And 71.
71. No,
71. That's too
way.
high.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
getting
that's too high.
70% of an audience go, well, that was good.
That's
Yeah.
too high. That's too high.
Do you know what? Right, there must be. I'm telling you, mate. There are some fucking bots in this. Jose has put simply amazing. Sony finally made an incredible movie. Like, no way, no
Liar.
way.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Jose, you lying bitch.
Another one. The plot of the movie surrounding Kraven's character was solid. Aaron Taylor Johnson did phenomenal, and Russell Crowe's performance as his father was also top notch. Great soundtrack, also. Tell me one fucking. What are you? And then look, this is the audience. How is this not bots? Action from start to finish. Characters were very comic book accurate. A fun movie for the holidays. I've enjoyed watching Kraven. Worth watching. What, are you fucking bots? Fucking
kill me now,
Sony
boy.
paying
Just
for
kill
Russian
me now,
bots
boy.
in it.
Kill me now, boy.
Yeah.
I
just
Right,
can't
anyone
believe it.
coming down? Anyone coming down their rating? Because I am. I'm
No,
going
I'll say
3.5.
I'll say a 4. I'll say a 4.
I'll come down to a
Alright.
4.
Whee! All right, so we've got a 4, a 4.5, and a 3.5.
Boy, it almost feels like it's too high, but let's see. That's a 3.9.
I've helped us there. I've brought us right down. Without me, we are a laughing stock there.
Oh God, I just never want to see that again, ever.
No.
Ever.
Sony, just stay away from superheroes, please.
I'm gonna go and have a stiff drink now because I don't want to think about that ever again. That film.
All right, well, yeah, if you're still listening now, there we are, 3.9 for Kraven the Hunter. Send us a message, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you are a Russian bot and you enjoyed it, then you know, send us a message. And we'll sort of give you some ones and zeros back. Yeah, unbelievable, Kraven the Hunter. Sony, they're not doing well. Yeah, follow us, Instagram, Twitter. Follow the pod, give us 5 stars, rate us on YouTube, like us, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But there is only one way for you to know what you thought of Kraven the Hunter,
do it.
and that is
Don't do it. No.
No,
I can't say it.
Just to go